Hey everyone, Geezer Tony here once again with another quick tip. In a recent video, I had a comment from a viewer that wanted me to show you how I grip my club. So today I'm going to do that. I'm going to first show you how we teach the grip with Setup for Impact, how I grip my club and why. And then we're going to talk about your grip because not everybody needs the same grip. I think there are a lot of instructors out there who will tell everyone to start with a strong grip with your V pointed over here to your shoulder and so forth. And, you know, maybe that's a good starting point, but that's not the grip that everyone needs. Now, having said that, I will say that if you have an incorrect grip, it can cause you to swing differently. Correcting your grip can help you to swing more correctly. I know that sounds strange, but it's true because there's a part of your brain that wants to help you fix things. And if you make it easier for him, then he will help you in a positive way. And if you make it harder for him, he'll try to help you, but it'll be difficult. So let's get to what we teach in Setup for Impact. Of course, it's single plane, and we want the club oriented as an extension of the lead arm. So we don't want to see this angle. If I were to grip it down here, we don't want to see this angle, and we also don't want to see this angle. We want that club to be an extension of your lead arm from both directions. How do we orient the grip? Well, I can only tell you for right now, how I orient mine. And I put mine in an almost neutral position with the thumb barely to the right. That's what's correct for me. That's what works for me. It may not work for you. Sometimes I'm even on perfectly neutral on top. Then what we do is we want to take and put the right hand on more underneath so that the palms are facing each other. You don't want one hand here and one way up here on top because they won't work together. And this tends to get your right shoulder way up high. If your trail shoulder is way up high, it's in a dominant position, it's going to help you do this. We want it into a passive position. So the third part about this is that right hand going under at a 45-degree angle helps you have a non-rotational swing. So we do not want you going like this while you swing and trying to rotate or square or close the face or whatever. We want it to be as though if you had a hammer in your hand and a nail was sticking out this way, you wouldn't roll your hand and hit it like this. You would just do it like that. And that's what we're looking for with the golf club, is we're looking for that hammerhead to be square. As far as the orientation of it, strong, weak, or neutral, that depends on how you return the club face to the ball at impact. So if you're setting up with it square and it's returning open, then what we're going to do is we're going to have you relax your hand and we're going to square that up and then retake your grip. In effect, what we had you do was this: take a stronger grip. Same for the other direction. If you're over here and your club is coming through closed, we're going to have you relax your grip, square the club face up, retake your grip. Or in effect, we're going to have you go from here more to here. We need to see how you're hitting the ball first before we tell you where your grip needs to be. So now let's talk about in the hand, because we do teach a little bit of a more in the palm grip than conventional. And I've got this golf glove here. If you've noticed in my videos, I don't play with a golf glove anymore. I haven't needed one since I adapted Setup for Impact because it is more in my palm. So I've got these marks on here. I'm going to show you when I was a young guy, and the pros would tell you to hold that club down in your fingers, way down in, and create more speed. And I just did a video about speed, and I think it's overrated. But what this really did for me was it created wildness, right? So it's very difficult for me to control where that club face was pointed with the grip down in my fingers like this. Although it was maybe it was faster, but I didn't know where it was going. So when I changed over to Kirk Yunga's setup for impact, the first thing he had me do was put the grip a little bit more up in my palm. You still want this heel pad showing. You cannot put it up here in the crease in your hand. You can't put the grip up there. If you do, your wrist will not work and they need to hinge. So we've got to have some heel pads showing. So you can see the difference. So when I grip the club like this, I actually feel my palm touching the grip all the way through. When I grip it the old way, my palm feels like it's suspended in midair. It's not touching anything. I have learned or discovered over the last several years using this technique that that palm touching the grip is control. Helps you hit the ball where you want to. It's that much more nerve feedback to your brain of what's happening with your club. So I've got the markings here on the glove, old way, the way conventional instructors are going to tell you to grip it, and then our way or my way, it's going to be more in the palm. It's not all the way in the palm. Okay, now we get, well, gosh, if you hold the grip in your palm, you lose distance. I haven't lost any distance. I think I've gained some, not because of the grip, but because of the simplicity of setup for impact has me hitting the ball in the center of that club face a lot more often. That being said, I still have plenty of club head speed without striving for it, even at my age. So again, I don't really. I think distance is emphasized too much these days in commercials on TV. Gain 10 yards and lower your score. Well, that's not necessarily true if it goes 10 yards farther into the woods. I think it's more about control, and then you learn your distance. And there's a point where they separate, and that's as far as you should try to hit it. So if you want to try this grip, I'm going to tell you there's a knuckle in your palm right here. I'm going to take this glove off. Strangely enough, I haven't used a glove in probably 8 years, and I had one in my bag that I could mark up like this. I dug through, found that. So what I'm going to show you is there is a knuckle right here, and I place the grip on that knuckle, and then I put it more diagonally in my hand rather than straight across. And why I do that is because we teach that we want the club to be like this and not like this. If you put it too straight across, you can't arch your wrist up enough. It's just too hard to do. It's uncomfortable. So we want the club and how we grip it to help us with that. So that's the orientation I would have. And then, most people, when I tell them this, they put it on real weak, but you can spin it, you can strengthen it and weaken it with it still being in this position. So it's not like, well, if I do that, I got a very weak grip. Well, no, you just turn it over and close it. It's the same grip. Right hand, 45-degree angle under. Thumb should be in line with your trail forearm, not over here on the side. What happens if you put it over here on the side? You push with it. And then a lot of people have what I call a trigger finger way down here like this. I don't know what the purpose of that is, but I don't really like it because I feel like it's also going to cause you to try to push with that hand. I like it to be up here up against all the other fingers. If your two hands are as close together as possible, they'll work better as a unit. That's why they do the overlap and the interlock to get them closer together. 10 finger is fine if that's what you do. So I would like for you to put below in the comments anything you have to say about the grip, mine, yours, or anything else. When it gets right down to it, yes, I am a golf instructor for Setup for Impact, but more than that, I'm a guy who loves to play golf, and I want to help you play better golf. Everybody, I want everybody having a lot of fun out there. So comment to me, talk to me, tell me what it's all about. Tell me how you hold your club and how it works for you. A lot of times, if we have an unorthodox grip, it's to compensate for something else we're not doing well in our swing. But if they work, you know, golf is golf. So it's all about having fun, and that's what I want you to do is go out there and have more fun. So so that's going to be it for today. For now, this is Geezer Tony signing off till next time.